Look at that little psycho. Alright, Rocks. Just doing Rocky Hangs, are you? Sweet.
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious!
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Really? Brand new video. Today's video, we're here to discuss Aberdeen versus Rangers. That's right, the old rivalry is back once again. Now it is going to be at Pittodrie. It's obviously kicking off Sunday at 1:30. It's a quarter final of the Scottish Cup. But before we go any further in today's video, just a friendly reminder in case you are new around here, or if you tune into the videos and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so and help the nation on our way. We literally need every single person pulling together to tackle this 26k, because it's been a little bit tricky. Because as Lewis Capaldi says, this is my job. I'm clocked in right now, so make sure to be hitting that subscribe button. But anyway, let's dive into it then, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Aberdeen versus Rangers. Now let's actually break it down. The last time that these teams faced each other was just a couple of weeks ago, and it was one of the most exciting, intriguing matches of the SPFL this season, and probably in the last few seasons, because it just had everything you could want from a game. There was great goals, great performances, back and forth all the way. There was a couple incidences, and it ended so beautifully with the Aberdeen fans chanting, "Who are ya? Who are ya?" Oh, he scored. Oh God. To Jermaine Defoe. So if you're not sitting in the Aberdeen camp or the Rangers camp, you're watching this from a neutral, you're expecting even more fireworks. And if I'm honest with you, that's kind of where the press wanted to lead this press conference, towards Steven Gerrard, just constantly asking him the same questions over and over and over again about Morelos and Scott McKenna. Have you spoken to Morelos? Blah, 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 blah. Gerrard controlled the media as he always does, just like he used to control midfield, pulling the reins in and just say, no, I'll run this ship. Alfredo Morelos will do Morelos Hangs. Now, yes, I'm slightly paraphrasing right there when I say that. However, Gerrard did confirm he hasn't got any special instructions for Alfredo Morelos. He doesn't feel like he needs to go over and speak to Morelos. Morelos understands what he needs to do in this game, and even called back his last performance against Aberdeen was simply unplayable. For every minute he was on the field versus Aberdeen, they couldn't touch him. Scored 2 world-class goals, and he's hoping he comes back into this game versus Aberdeen with the exact same form. But let's take a step back from the actual players and focus on the team, see how they're actually getting on. On the Rangers side of things, everyone knows the disappointment that was going around the place with back-to-back draws, both 0-0 with Kilmarnock and St Johnstone. But since then, Gerrard has obviously told a lot of home truths. Now, he'd done some in public, and he did also confirm he spoke to them individually. And ever since then, they have been simply unfricking playable. I mean, the last 3 games, 14 goals scored, 0 conceded, and looking beyond the goals and even maybe the results, every single one of the players when they've been playing have been terrific. No one's been a weak link, no one's been bad, no one's been poor and having to get subbed off because they're not doing well. Every single person, whether they're getting subbed on or not, has played 10 out of 10 basically, since that very, very disappointing draw versus St Johnstone. And I genuinely believe what Steven Gerrard said both publicly and individually to the players has really, really struck a chord with them, because it's sort of a last chance saloon for a lot of them now. It looks like every single one of them is fighting for the badge on their shirts, and they can. One bad performance and they're out. That is it. There's no more mistakes. There's no room for mistakes now for the rest of the season basically. You're looking at it, every single game is basically must win now, and we can't have any passengers. And that's genuinely how the team's actually looking now, that no one wants to be the passenger, so everyone's just raised their game. So that is the Rangers side of things, everything going positively since the disappointing draws. But on the Aberdeen side of things, it's kind of a mixed bag. Obviously they're playing terrifically away from home, you can't take anything away from them. I think they even equalled a club record, but at home it's been very, very different, a very sharp contrast from the away form. They've actually only won 1 of their last 5 home matches, whether that's in SPFL and in cup games, and their last win at home was a 4-1 victory over Queen of the South. And obviously in their most recent match they lost 2-0 versus Hamilton, with Oakley scoring one of the best goals I have ever freaking seen. It was genuinely like a Van Basten volley. It was absolutely terrific. If it was a Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Neymar that scored that, this goal would be everywhere, but because it's pure Oakley from Hamilton, no one really cares. But it's genuinely a terrific goal. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube and check it. It is absolutely top notch. And if I'm honest with you, the Hamilton result was pretty funny to me, because when I done my fan recap talking about the 5-star performance from Rangers, there was a couple of fans from the Aberdeen type of things, well, I'm assuming so because of their gamer tag, that was laughing saying, haha, it was only Hamilton. But yeah, it was great that they dropped points, and it's funny and everything like that. Obviously increased the gap in the league. However, it could be a very, very important fixture for actual Aberdeen. Because they lost that game, the next game up is Rangers in the quarter-finals. Surely they'll be trying to do a reaction just like Rangers did after a very, very disappointing game against St Johnstone. So it could sort of lean both ways. I'm touching wood, and I hope to God that I'm not right about Aberdeen, but it's probably the worst result that could have actually happened. I'd have much rather them smash Hamilton to bits, coming into this game overconfident, but they're going to be looking for a reaction, and like I said, touch wood that they don't get one. Just don't, okay? But that is the tail of the tape, all done between Aberdeen and Rangers. Let's look at the suspension list. Thankfully, there's none. Everyone is able to go on the Rangers side of things. On the injury side, we have a bit of bad news though. Scotty Arfield is at injury out. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but obviously, thinking back to prediction videos that I've done before, I say that a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I say Scotty Arfield is listed as a doubt, but he seems to always play, so I'm hoping again that is one of these things that actually happened. The second one is actually Andy Halliday still struggling with his tight groin that we reported in the last prediction video, which would be a major, major blow, because he's the type of personality, the type of attitude, the willing to die on the field for Rangers that I think Rangers need in this game, especially a quarter-final, just to get over that hump and get back to Hampden. I'm pretty sure if Halliday was able to play, he'd play a very, very important role, so I'd be interested to see what happens with Andy Halliday. And last but not least, we've got obviously Jamie Murphy and Graham Dorrans, both in their original timetable. There's no other breaking news, no sort of recovering faster. It's still the exact same on the time scale. Murphy will get a couple of games at the end of the season if all goes well. Graham Dorrans obviously had an injury setback that we talked about in the last couple of videos, which has put him back about a 4 week in the timetable, so you're looking at maybe April before you see GD again. And that's us all done and dusted. All that's left is for me and thee to get your predictions down in the comments section below. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting a terrific back and forth game. Aberdeen might even take the lead in this game at some point. I believe there's going to be goals. I believe it's going to be feisty. I don't think it's going to be one of these ones where Aberdeen didn't have a shot on target and they scored in the last 5 minutes like they did to us a couple of times earlier on in the season. Both teams will be coming at this one wanting to prove their point. Rangers to show that they're not overconfident, that they're not resting on their laurels, and obviously Aberdeen will be looking to bounce back from Hamilton. I'm expecting fireworks. Morelos versus McKenna. Let's get it done. My prediction, I'm going to go with a Rangers 3, Aberdeen 1. Every single fibre of my being, by the way, said Rangers 3, Aberdeen 2, but I flipped it. That's what we do here. And the goal scorers, I'm going to go with an Alfredo Morelos double and, surprisingly, a penalty kick by James Tavernier. But that's all done and dusted. All that's left is to have a little refreshment and read from the people on Twitter. So grab them, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and toast the lads ahead of tomorrow's performance. You didn't want to skip out and let everyone down. Okay, I'll give you a couple of seconds. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Sponsor break. So over at Twitter then, it's got 1,047 votes. Thank you so much genuinely for getting involved. 3% votes for a draw at 90 minutes. Aberdeen gets 5% of the vote, but 92% of the people votes for our Rangers win, which is a hell of a lot higher than the last time we played Aberdeen. So there's a lot more belief around the camp. Anyway, Suzanne says, tough game, but I can't see past a 3-0 Rangers win. Alfie Brace with a Ryan Jack goal from outside the box. Now, I really wanted to say a Ryan Jack goal, but I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't pick a Glenn Kamara goal versus Dundee, and he scored it, so there's method behind the madness. Anyway, Robbie chips in the next one. He says, it'll be a tough game, but I think we have the quality to see it through. Arfield will be a big miss if he is missing. I'm guessing 3-1 Rangers, Alfie, Candeas, and Worrell with the goals. Worrell. Rebecca McCauley says, think it'll be a tough game, 2 or 2-1 to Rangers, and Ryan Jack to score the winner. Now that would be beautiful, Rebecca. R. Smithy 1690 writes in 2-0 Morelos with the 2 and Tav with an assist along with the Candyman to get the last. Ross Watson says 4-1 to Rangers, Tav brace and a Morelos brace. Shout out to him. Jude says 6-0 Rangers, Ryan Jack hat-trick, Sadiq Dalcio and Wallace. Come on now. Let's just move on quickly. Kevin Fox says 3-1 to the famous, a Buffalo brace and a goal from Ryan Kent. Daniel writes in 6-0 Rangers with McKent and Lewis to be sent off. Yeah, I want to ask a question very, very quickly if you're still watching in this video. Will there be a red card, yes or no? Let me know down below. John Gibson writes 1-0 Rangers. Jack the Jackie shows. I say it'll be a 4-0 Rangers with goal scorers coming from the Buffalo to score 3 and Ryan Jack to score 1. And the last 2 or 3 that we'll actually do, I'll scroll through the bottom, nearer to the bottom I should say, so there's getting more opinions out there. Watty writes in 2-1, Morelos double, Sheep to get a pen. Martin writes in 3-1, a Morelos hat-trick and a red card which will get overturned. Hashtag save this tweet. And the last one we'll read out comes from Bang. And it comes from Frank Donaldson. He says, Scotty Arfield and Andy Halliday are fitness doubts, so Jack and Kamara need to be on their game. And Tav needs to hold back, or this could be very, very tricky. It's a given Morelos will see red at some point. Fingers crossed it's only red mist and not a red card. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard the people's opinion, you've heard mine. If you haven't done so already, get involved in the comment section below. That is why it's there. Shout out to the Patreons as well if you would like to join the Patreons and help support the channel, which we have now bought a new mic and a new green screen for the upcoming career mode on PES. Thank you so much for that. The link will be down in the description below. And as always, I've been CJ Nova92. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.